Okie dokie. Let's go over here. I'm guessing we can't open this door again.
It's locked.
Yeah. All right. Hopefully the... Uh-oh.
Hello?
Wait a minute. Who is that? That's not the little girl with Myrtle, right?
This young fellow looks miserable. Hello, Wally.
Go away! You gave the door back to my sister.
It wasn't very nice of you to bury her favourite toy, Wally.
I gave it to the fair folk, and you stole it back from them.
You don't really believe in fairies, do you? You're old enough to know better.
They're real, and thanks to you, I'm cursed.
There's no
Nice.
such thing as curses either, Wally.
Go away!
I think Thomasina's in for a rude awakening. Also, I have an idea. The fact that I can still look inside this hole makes me feel like I can put something in it. Can I get another
I
worm?
shall name you Kenneth II.
God. Sweet, I got another worm. Can I put the journal in here?
I'm not sure what that would achieve.
It would summon something, I'm sure. Wait, the kid is gone. Alright, oh, that's weird. I hear fire.
Mummy?
Get away from the fire, Thomasina.
What are you burning?
Nothing. Just waste. Now go inside.
What is she burning? Is she... Is it her father's journal?
Abrax. Mummy, what is this?
Waste. Burn it.
Abrax? So, isn't Abraxas some kind of pagan thing? I don't know. I'm not into that kind of stuff, so I don't know a whole lot about it. Is it Christian or is it pagan? I don't know. I don't know. I know the name, I just don't know what it is. I have a feeling we're going to find out, though.
He's doing well to be maintaining all this land at his advanced age. Good day, Mr. Bryden.
Miss,
I...
I'll stop you there. I know what you're going to ask. No, I haven't changed my mind. There'll be no digging here, lass.
Mr. Bryden, allow me to explain. There has been an astonishing development this morning.
Yes?
My father was with your brother during the excavation.
Oh,
Yes, can you believe it? I had no idea he had been here.
the answer's still no, lass. I saw what happened to poor Samuel. I won't risk the same happening to anyone else.
But
That's enough now. You can feast your eyes on that hovel to your heart's content, but there'll be no digging.
I think we're going to have to make this man disappear.
I'm not sure they would be interested.
Oh. I do not need their consent to kill them. Okay.
What do you make of this stone, Mr. Bryden? It was strapped to my father's journal.
Wait a minute. Let me see that. By God. Wait here a moment. I need to get something from inside.
Ooh, progress. Uh-oh.
I waited for what felt like an age.
Why is this part so much louder?
I now realise that Mr. Bryden must have been in a great debate with himself, wondering whether or not to share his own piece of the mystery with me. The goat stared at me, seemingly in pity, as I stood there in that rolling fog. Finally, Mr. Bryden emerged.
Now then, as far as I know, what I have here is the only thing that Samuel brought back from Barrow. Take a look.
Sweet. C-A-Z.
Incredible.
Two
A pair.
snakes.
That's been in my drawer ever since Samuel passed. I suppose it might be important, so I kept it safe.
Can I keep it?
Fate is clearly playing a part in your arrival, lass.
Please, Mr. Bryden, allow me to excavate Hobbs Barrow, a place that is no more than dirt and stone.
You're not gonna give up, are you, lass?
I'm not.
Samuel managed to say one thing about those men that helped him. I think it's time I tell you.
Yes?
He stuttered out that one of those fellows could barely walk after they got out of there. Tongue-tied too, the man were.
Yep.
My father.
That's Pops.
My father. He had an accident around 25 years ago that left him bedbound and unable to talk.
Aye, could be him.
My mother told me it happened in a horse riding accident.
Samuel boarded up that barrow for a reason. Something unnatural occurred, I know it.
Mr. Bryden, we must rely on our rational faculties to explain any...
Promise me you'll be careful. Any sign of trouble, leave without hesitation and we board that accursed place up again. Understood?
Wait, you're giving me permission to excavate?
That's what I'm talking about.
Aye. Against me better judgment. I don't have the energy to stop you, lass.
I need a crew.
Thank you so much. I am grateful.
Don't make me regret my decision. Take Samuel's stone.
Are you sure?
Aye. Give it back to me when you're finished, though.
I promise. Thank you. I'll be sure to show you my discoveries, Mr. Bryden.
I'd rather you don't. Now then, I've got things to get on with.
I don't suppose you can spare any labour to help me with the dig?
Don't push your luck, lass. Market's on today. Plenty of able-bodied men about. Ta-ra now.
Alright, I'm guessing I need to...
And like that, I finally had permission to excavate Hobbs Barrow.
I'm guessing over the next course of the next day, I have to hire various people to help me out, I'm guessing. Okay.
As exciting as that was, I was distracted by what Mr. Bryden said of his brother's associate. There was no doubt in my mind that father was the stricken man he spoke of. You told me he was crippled after coming off his horse. Why did you lie to me? To protect me? To stop me from following in his footsteps? You failed. And so did Charles Bryden. He should have said no. He should have never given me that stone.
I'm guessing things don't go too well. Okay, let's go say hi to the goat. No? Okay. Alright, so we got two of these stones now. We got a worm, we got this resin. Alright. Map. Where do we want to go? All the way back to the cottage. Okay. So no, I don't want to go there. I'm gonna go here just to poke around. I don't know why there is a spot on the map for this cairn.
Peculiar name, the Devil's Toe. I can't quite see the resemblance myself.
I'm wondering why it's called the Devil's Toe. So it's weird, right? That we have a spot on the map for this, the cottage, and the toe, which is literally one screen over. That seems really weird to me. All right, let's go back to Hernwood. No, I don't want to go here. Church. Graveyard, yeah. All right, I wanted to follow
Hello?
her. Oh!
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Did you see a young girl with blonde hair pass by here?
No, lass. There you are. You Thomasina Bateman?
Who's asking? All right, don't look at me like that. I keep giving out information out pretty freely in this game, and I don't know.
That's my name.
How marvelous. It's me, Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, for the love of
Heavens.
Pete's.
I'd given up on finding you.
Please take a seat, Miss Bateman. We have much to discuss.
Well, I'm glad I was honest.
You've proven to be quite the enigma, Mr. Shoulder.
I'm mortified. I offer you 1,000 apologies. You see, I've been bound to me bed these past few days with a terrible fever.
How dreadful. I take it you're feeling better now?
Aye. I were on me way to find you when I stopped here to catch me breath. I've not much go in me these days.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I were worried you'd have given up on me and left town.
I had no idea what had become of you, Mr. Shoulder. I spent a good amount of time pounding on your front door.
I'm embarrassed, I really am. I've been doing my best to sleep through the fever. I am so very sorry. Please accept my apology, Miss Bateman.
Fine, Mr. Shoulder. I've come all this way. Let us speak of the business at hand.
Marvelous.
I don't think this guy's going to help us dig.
That my father was part of a previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow some 25 years ago. Why didn't you mention this in your letter?
What? Where did you hear that?
I have my means.
I swear, Miss Bateman, I had no idea.
I take it you will also deny delivering me my father's journal?
I'm confused. What journal?
My father's journal was slipped under my door at the Plough and Furrow. It wasn't you who did this?
I've been bound to me bed, lass. What an extraordinary coincidence. You are following in your father's footsteps.
It would seem so, Mr. Shoulder.
I'm being led. I'm not following, I'm being led.
Why did you invite me to excavate Hobbs Barrow?
I've always been curious about the colourful folklore surrounding the place. My father told me all sorts of stories about it when I were a wee fellow. Stories that some folk around here take a little too seriously, especially after those lads entered the Barrow a while back.
More letters?
How did you know about me?
I saw your interview in the Bakewell Times. A young lady travelling about the land, digging up barrows. Perfect for the job.
More letters!
But why do you wish to excavate the barrow?
I want to see what those lads found in there. My curiosity has grown over the years. Now it is time for the mystery to be solved.
I must say I am rather eager to find out what's in there myself.
Me too.
Mr. Bryden has given me permission to excavate Hobbs Barrow.
Marvelous! I'm sorry you've had to sort all this out in my absence. When do we start?
Tomorrow, I hope. But first I need to recruit some locals to assist with the dig.
Yep.
It's too much work for me to do on my own.
I see. Bewley has its fair share of strapping young lads. You'll find assistance, Miss Bateman.
Yeah, but I gotta pay them and I don't have any money, but okay.
Did you know my father?
I don't believe so. What's his name?
William Bateman. He was in Bewley for at least a few days, from my understanding.
I'm sorry, lass. The name doesn't ring a bell.
Are you sure you had no idea of my father's involvement in the previous excavation?
I'm quite sure. A most fascinating coincidence, but nothing more than that.
I'm starting to wonder if it's more than mere coincidence, Mr. Shoulder.
Miss Bateman, I did not take you for a credulous individual.
I'm none of the sort.
Alright, let's talk about the excavation.
What can you tell me about the previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow?
Oh, it were 25 years ago, or thereabout. Back then, Bewley were undergoing a period of great strife. Samuel Bryden hadn't harvested a single crop for 2 seasons. Even Hernwood was sick. Berries went to rot almost as quickly as they grew. Folks started to believe the ground were blighted. Disease spread through the livestock too. People were going hungry, a panic set in.
That sounds terrible.
Aye, but I managed to keep myself fed. These things happen in nature, but the blame for it all fell on Hobbs Barrow. It was long said that a goblin made his home there. A rumour took root that the goblin were not best pleased with the villagers. In revenge for some unperceived slight, the goblin placed a curse on the soil itself. The villagers believed that ridding the barrow of its lodger would put an end to it all.
Hogwash. My father would have paid no heed to such tales.
Whether it were his intent to join the excavation when coming here, I do not know. but whatever it were that Samuel Bryden and those lads did inside that barrow, people say it did the trick. The crops started to grow back, and health returned to the livestock. Bewley were no longer in the grip of dark forces. You must understand, folk here are a superstitious lot. They don't want you disturbing whatever it were those lads did. As far as the villages are concerned, the problem were fixed. The thought of another excavation must be conjuring panic that you'll undo whatever it were they did.
This does explain a lot.
Yep.
And it's also why I'd venture nobody around here wants you to touch the place.
Except for you.
I want to know what's there.
What about...
Surely you don't believe these tales of goblins and curses to be true?
Not at all. However, I suspect those lads did find something in the barrow. But did it have any connection to failing crops and dying livestock? No. I can assure you there's nothing to fear. Coincidence reigns supreme.
So what do you think they found?
That is for us to discover, Miss Bateman.
Who was the third man who joined my father and Mr. Bryden on the excavation?
I'm afraid I don't know. Although I'd heard about the excavation and I were intrigued by it, I mostly stayed at home during that time. The atmosphere in the village was rather too tense for me liking. And besides, the excavation were undertaken with an air of mystery about it.
All right, so we got lots of answers here. He's saying that the town folk want nothing to do with it, and I don't know how he expects me to find strappy young lads to help me if no one wants anything to do with it, but I guess we'll figure that part out.
Tell me more of this folklore you mention.
It is said that Hobbs Barrow is home to a goblin. Everyone in Bewley has some version or another of this story, but the version my father told me as a child described the barrow as a thin place. The goblin were deemed to be the guardian of this so-called thin place.
Thin place. Interesting. Just using the word thin makes it interesting. Why is it thin? What is thin about it? Thin makes it sound like some kind of threshold into another dimension.
Tell me more about this goblin.
Some said he were a mischievous little mite, snatching newborn lambs and smashing windows with pebbles. Others said he were friendly, there to lend a helping hand in times of strife. The latter of which makes it all the more surprising as to why the previous excavation took place. My father's stories put the goblin in the mischievous category. Saxnot, he called the creature. I recall one such anecdote, that Saxnot entered Bewley and ordered a pair of boots to be made by the cobbler. However, when collecting them, he insisted on paying for them with a bag of sow's teeth. The cobbler was so scared of angering the goblin that he accepted.
A colourful tale indeed, Mr. Shoulder. Has any explanation been offered for why this Saxnot cursed the soil?
Your guess is as good as mine, lass.
Have I heard the name Saxnot before? I feel like I have.
What is a thin place?
Yes.
A place where one can walk between worlds.
Exactly.
Where the flesh meets the spirit world. Just superstition, of course, as you all know.
Okay. Yeah, the dream.
I had a peculiar dream last night. I met a creature at Hobbs Barrow. I suppose you might say it was a goblin. It told me it had saved my father from trouble inside Hobbs Barrow. I'll admit the coincidence of this is somewhat astounding.
A remarkable coincidence, but nothing more than that.
There's an
But
awful lot of
there
those.
is still one thing that puzzles me. The goblin told me proof of its claims would await me in the morning. Surely enough, I awoke to find that my father's journal had appeared in my room.
Very queer indeed.
Mr. Shoulder, you invited me here, to a town I'd never heard of, only for me to discover that my own father was here 25 years before. And not only that, but that he was also embroiled in some sort of superstitious hysteria which goes against everything he ever taught me. Something is wrong here. This must be more than mere coincidence.
I'm with her.
It's strange, I'll give you that. But please remember who you are, Miss Bateman.
Wait, what does that mean? What does he mean by that?
This is my father's journal.
Incredible. Can I look inside?
You may.
Look at these drawings. Wonder what it all means.
You and I both. It all feels very out of character for my father.
I'm sure you'll find the answers beneath the soil, Miss Bateman.
Will I, though?
What do you make of these strange stones, Mr. Shoulder? They seem to originate from the previous excavation. One belonged to my father, the other to Samuel Bryden.
Marvelous things. They look ancient.
I agree. I've never seen anything like them in all my digs. Is this your glove?
I've been looking all over for that. Where did you find it?
In the alley behind the Plough and Furrow on the night of my arrival. Were you there?
As I say, I've been bedbound for several days, Miss Bateman.
How odd.
Can I please have it back?
Here.
Thank you.
Is he the goblin? Is he the goblin?
We're peas of the same pod, Miss Bateman. I knew you wouldn't be frightened by a few old stories. It will be interesting to see what those lads found in there.
Certainly.
Thank you so very much for responding to my letter and for coming here. We have some great discoveries to make, you and I.
I sincerely hope so.
And a chance to follow in your father's footsteps. Right, time for me to shift these old bones. I'm to take me a spot of the Plough and Furrow. I'll be there all night should you need me assistance.
Thank you, Mr. Shoulder.
I'm sorry again for giving you the runaround. I promise I am not beyond redemption. I won't let you down again. See you soon.
Alright, you go do you. I'll chill here for a moment.
I was starting to wonder if Mr. Shoulder even existed.
I still wonder that. I'm not entirely sure I'm convinced by his existence.
Margaret's Lookout. Dedicated to Arthur's mother.
Yep. Can I chill? I got an achievement for chilling. A moment of reflection. Okay, I'm good. Which is weird because didn't I sit in this bench before and did not get an achievement?
The day was starting to test me. The word coincidence felt insufficient to explain what was happening.
Yeah, I agree.
It was after that first conversation with Leonard Shoulder that I started entertaining thoughts of a truly irrational nature. What if my dream wasn't just a dream? What if it was all more than simple coincidence? What if that thing really could help my father?
Well, hopefully we find out one day. Also, where is this girl at? Hold on. She went this way. Let's go this way until the end and see if... Yep, there we go.
Good day, little one. Hello?
What is
What's
that?
this?
Is this
A
a
fiddle
violin?
bow?
Oh, a fiddle.
There's no string. My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
She a fairy?
Don't be shy. I don't mean you any harm. What are you doing out here all alone on the moors?
Why
Do you live here?
is no one responding to me? Except for Mr. Shoulder.
Would you like me to fix your bow so you can play your fiddle again? Yes? Hey!
Okay, well... She go into the toe?
Most peculiar.
Indeed.
Perhaps I can mend the bow for her.
How am I going to do that?
If memories of my childhood violin lessons serve me right, bowstring is made from animal hair, coated in a waxy resin. The strings don't vibrate without it.
Well, that's my answer then.
The Devil's Toe. What a peculiar name. I can't quite see. No, that won't achieve anything.
Okay. So we need goat hair, I'm guessing. which isn't going to be here. He took the clothes down.
A carved stone has been affixed to the door. I think it depicts a crescent moon.
All right, we need to go to Bryden's
It's
cottage.
bolted onto the door itself. I can't remove it.
Yeah. Bryden's farm. All right, let's go mess with the goat again. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but no. I mean, I don't do this, do I?
I should leave the goat alone.
Okay.
Goat hair is much too coarse to be used for bowstring.
Oh, well, at least I got feedback. All right. Goat hair is too coarse? What other animal have I run into? Maybe I'll buy it at the village square. I think I should go to the village square. It should be set up now, right? Wait, before I go... Wait, did you see her give me the side eye? Did you see that? She's giving me the side eye. Was that a sign? Wait. I don't know if that was some kind of secret sign or was...
Fresh and steamy. Delightful.